Dawn and Angie shining bright with tarot cards and spirits near. Answers to your questions appear. Sonoran Mystic guiding your way. A5 says brings light to your day. Psychic vibes and mediumship glow. It's the show where mysteries grow. Shuffle the deck, feel the air. Whispers of the unknown everywhere. Life's tough questions fade to light with Dawn and Angie by your side. Sonoran Mystic guiding your way. A5 says brings light to your day. Psychic vibes and mediumship glow. It's the show where mysteries grow. The veil is thin, the stars align. Unlock the secrets, time to shine. Feel the magic, let it flow. Together through the mystic show. Sonoran Mystic guiding your way. A5 says brings light to your day. Psychic vibes and mediumship glow. It's the show where mysteries grow.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, Don. How are you?
Good, 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 good. I was hopefully everybody's popping in and showing in. It's interesting. I was just looking and I was very frustrated because my Sonoran Mystic Tarot Facebook page is not showing me live. And I'm like, what the heck?
Oh,
Once again, the
I
rabbit holes are
got
coming.
alerts from the others. You know what? I didn't get that one.
Yeah, the rabbit holes of damn technology.
Exactly.
The funny part is I look here and in my streaming for channels, it shows it is streaming. But yet when I look on my
Oh, it does show
Facebook
you live.
webpage,
I'm looking at your Sonoran Mystic Tarot page. It does show you live.
is that a blip on mine? It doesn't. I guess it's hiding it from myself.
And yeah.
I'll take it. That's good. Well, welcome in, everybody. Good to see everybody popping in and saying hello. It's been a busy week, and I am just looking forward to a little bit of a weekend break because I've been playing catch up since last weekend. It's like this has been crazy. That's what it is. But
I don't even think I have weekend plans this week. No, I don't. I'm nothing that I can recall. Might need to check my calendar. Somebody be like, "You remember we going to see such and such?" I'll be like, "Oh, okay."
that's when you answer. Yeah, I remember, and you're like, nah. You just make them feel good. Make them feel good.
Exactly.
I
But I have been getting up every morning at 6 a.m. and going walking. I didn't go today because I just didn't want to, but every other day I've been getting up at 6 a.m. Well, 5:30 to be out the door by 6 a.m.
How's it feel to be getting back into that swing of things?
I am too old for this. Just at a certain age, you should just be able to just release all the fat and just be okay with it. Like, you shouldn't even have to carry it no more. Like, if I get wrinkles, every wrinkle should decrease the fat level.
There should be a trade. That's me. I should lose a pound for every hair I lose. So I should get. There's a payoff. Come on. If I'm going to lose the
There
hair,
should be some highs and lows. Like, we shouldn't have to keep we shouldn't have to keep, fighting to lose this weight. It should just disappear. Like, my
Exactly.
hair disappeared, the weight disappeared. Like, or I should pick and choose. More
Yeah.
hair, less weight.
Yeah. There should be some kind of trade off. 115 today here, or was it?
It, here, I think so.
Was it? Wow.
See,
Oh
it
no.
wasn't even that bad, was it, Don?
No, no.
See?
And actually, it's funny because I actually went out because I was chilly. So I went out to get some heated air because I was like, it's a little too cold. Isn't that weird?
Oh my gosh, Medina, I'm so happy for you. She said the girls' night was a hit and they got home at 4 a.m. That is perfect.
That's
I
from
love
that
it.
reading, right? The reading you gave her.
Did you meet a guy, Medina? Did you meet somebody? I feel like you had a couple flirtations, or I feel like you got some confidence boost because I feel like there was a couple guys who were in your ear or in your face. She said, "Wasn't it?" I feel like you met a tall guy and a short guy. The short guy, like you. Oh my goodness. Hi, Amanda. I've never seen that name before. Amanda Zamora. I like Zamora. Oh, that's like Kamora. I guess that's why.
Oh yeah. I don't see Amanda. Oh, way up there. I see it now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She met some people you knew. Okay, good, good, good. Are any of them potentials? Because I feel like there's two guys. There's a taller guy and a shorter guy. The taller guy, you're wondering if he's just a player, and they're showing me the Knight of Wands, so probably Don Juan. I don't know that he'll be um a good fit, but the shorter guy seems to be a little bit more interested in you. But if you're a hype person like me, then you're not interested. Oh my goodness.
We all have our criteria, It's if it isn't one, it's
Exactly.
another.
Look, I need you to be taller than me. We cannot be eye to eye. I'm not gonna respect you if we eye. I'm just saying. And I'm looking for wedding dresses. My not for me. My brother's getting married, and I need something to wear to their wedding in August in Florida.
Florida in August.
Florida in August.
Ooh,
It's
hopefully it's not.
inside though. It's in the Hyatt
Oh,
Hotel. It's a
okay.
Hyatt Hotel. Is
Oh,
that
because
Hyatt?
it was so hot, and when I was just there, it was hot, and I was like, oof, I can only imagine what it's going to feel like then.
I
So,
know, August, the first week of August. They did it on the 8/8 portal.
mhm.
Well, they
Oh,
got
that's
married
cool.
last year on 8/8, and then they're doing this year is the actual ceremony on 8/8. What color? The colors that they sent were like sage green. For us to pick were like cranberries, sage green, kind of champagne colors, and browns, like chocolate. Yeah. Haya. Yes. Haya. Yes. That one, Medina. Haya. Or Haya. How do you pronounce it? That one. Oh, you'll be in Florida? All right. Rachel, where you going to be? Where it's in Tampa. That's where I'll be. Maybe we can all hook up.
Shoot, if you time it right, Miss Linda may be there too.
Exactly. Miss Linda be on a world tour all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I like green too, but I haven't found it. I have a sage green dress, but it's a long dress, like a full length dress. And I just don't know that I want to do that in the summer in Florida. So thus I've seen some cranberry dresses. I have 10 dresses in my cart to be ordered to come here. And I just have to narrow it down. So we'll see.
Oh, so you're having them all sent, and then you'll pick which one and send the rest back.
Well, I'm trying to narrow it down so I don't have to have them all sent,
Yeah.
but mostly the cranberry is what I've been looking at. I think Keena's picking the chocolate brown because she says she likes a brown.
Mm-hmm.
Brown makes me look all the same color. Like when I used to dye my hair brown, or I dyed my hair brown once, and I just looked like one big blob of brown. So I don't do brown anymore,
Yeah,
or I
that would
don't do
not
it
be.
as much because I just look like all one color.
That wouldn't be so cool.
No, so cranberry or I don't want to do champagne because that's too close to a wedding color, like a wedding dress color, and I don't
Uh-huh.
want to do that either. So.
Yeah, the bride may not be very happy about that.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the cranberry or the sage green. So we'll see.
Super. Well,
Yeah.
let's get to a reading here from the first person you mentioned, Zamora, Amanda Zamora. Amanda, do you have a specific or a general question? What's the story? What's happening in your world? What's happening? What's happening? Ms. Bonnie, thanks for working with me today. By the way, I wore you out. I know we did. We went long. The readings were long, longer than they've been in a
Got
while.
it all done.
They were good. Yep,
Good
and a
job,
lot of good
Bonnie.
energy. So, yep.
I tried to comment on my sun, moon, and rising.
hmm
Always my sun, always Pisces. I always have a comment about Pisces.
Well, you know, I didn't know my moon and rising, so actually, she looked it up today while we were chatting
Oh,
and
really?
going through. Because she's like, "What is your?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know." And she's like, "Oh, well, then I'll look it up." Oh, oh.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too because she said something about position 4 at 4:40 or time at 4:40 for I think one of the moons in of course or void of course, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was at 4:44, and I was like, "Oh man, I was born at 4:44 p.m."
Oh, really? I think I was
So,
born at 6:55 a.m. I don't remember. I had to put it in my phone because I finally found my birth certificate. My mom told me I was born at night, and
mhm.
that's not true. When I looked up the date and the time and looked at my birth certificate, that was not true. So I don't know if my mom don't remember. But when you have 4 kids, they all just kind of meld
One
together.
big blur. Yeah, my
They all was
mom
born. They all here.
my mom cannot remember what time she was born, and so when she wants to get an astrology reading, it's very hard to do it because she doesn't even know whether it was in the morning or night, and it was just never. It was one of those things that never came
Oh,
up, you know. And the birth certificate doesn't even have it on it because back then that wasn't documented. It was just you were born on a certain day, so that was it. You know, in West Virginia,
yeah.
it was good that they even had documentation because what happened is the from what she had told me, the people who come and did this the censuses, you know, the Census Bureau, when they would come around every year, they would ask which children, you know, would get any children this year? What day were they born on? And that's how they did it because you know you had the babies in your house, and so that's how
Yeah.
you got registered with the government to know you existed was the census people. They come around and say, okay, any babies born this year? Oh yeah, my baby. What year? What month? What day? And to be in reality, you could get the days wrong. And one of my aunts, her day is one day off.
My mom was born in at home, but
hmm
by the time my grandmother got her to the hospital, it was the
hmm
next day. So her official documented birthday is the next day, the
The next
25th,
day.
but she was born on the 24th at home.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think maybe that's the same situation. But I remember hearing about that, and I thought, man, I mean, my mom, you know, she grew up in a farmhouse, an old farmhouse way down the road and so forth. And back then, you know, it was West Virginia was way out there. You know, it was
Well,
way
this
out
was in
there.
the 50s, so I mean,
My mom, 45.
my, my mom was born in the 50s. My grandmother was born in 1919.
Holy crap. Oh, you know, I posted a picture of my grandfather and his dad in front of the mill. Somebody actually posted that picture in
Oh,
a
I saw
history.
it.
Yeah, it was in a Preston County history thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know that picture. That's my grandfather, my great grandfather. And then they didn't know that the young guy, who the young guy was, they thought it was another person who bought the mill. And I said, no, that's my grandfather in there because I remember my aunt Virginia. I didn't remember my aunt Virginia gave me the picture, and it wasn't her, but it was her daughter that gave me the picture, a copy of the picture. And in that copy of the picture, my aunt confirmed that that was my grandfather and my great grandfather, and so that's what pushed me on to get a picture of my dad and me at the mill in the same location years later. And so I even posted that picture because now the mill is gone, and so is my dad. So I have that. I have our piece of history.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I guess she left. I guess Amanda left because I don't see her responding.
Medina, because she's still in here. I have a question, Medina. It's about job. Um, and I don't know if I took like. Okay, so wait, let me see what they're telling me about your job. I don't feel like you're looking for a job, but I feel like you'll happen upon a job. Like they show me you walking through a door, like your head is looking back, and you walk through this door, and when you get in there and actually look forward, it's a new job. It's like a new setting, a new workplace setting. So you get a new job. So I don't know that you're looking for a new job, but they show me that you're going to get a new job. It feels like August will be August to December is what they're showing, because I see the month August, but then I see Christmas stuff. So maybe the process will start in August and then in December. I don't know, because they're showing me August through December, and that's a nice little gap. But they're showing me August as the month. I can see that we're August 2025, and then I see Christmas trees, unless just where you are just has those kind of trees near you. But I do feel like you're gonna walk into another job that you're not even looking for, and you're gonna be happy. It's gonna be more money. It's gonna be a better like an advancement in job. It still feels administrative. I don't know what you do, but it feels like an administrative type job. And then I also see like a lot of interaction with people coming in.
You have a time? You getting a timeline for that one? You think? Do you know?
She says she's on a 2-year contract, which started in June. I saw August as the date, and then Christmas. So between August and Christmas, but I see the word August 2025, and then I see Christmas tree. So I didn't know if that's where she were. But so even if you're on a 2-year contract, it could just be that you're being bumped up to another position within that contract that you're in. But because you're not looking, and you're kind of, your head is turned back like that, and as you walk through the door and then you turn around and look, it's a new position out of the blue, but you're happy about it. So that's good.
And that's happening
August.
August. Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
seems like August, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And is there going to be like, do you get a sense of like economic benefit or something like that?
Yes, she is going to, it's going to be more money. I feel like she's going to have more interaction with clients or people, and she's going to have more responsibility. It's a promotion. It's more responsibility. I don't feel like it's like a manager position, but I feel like it's a promotion, and that she's going to have more interaction with people. And I feel like that it's going to come because of her interaction with people, like how nice she is and how, many compliments and things she gets back from people. So I feel like that's why she's going to get the step up in it.
Oh, nice.
And then I heard the word bonus. I don't know if you're used to getting bonus, but I heard the word bonus. Like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe around Christmas you'll get a bonus, because I heard bonus. Hey, Miss Pam. Yeah. So that's what I got for Miss Medina.
Let me see if I pick up anything. Ooh, flyer. Oh. Don't like that one.
Uh-oh.
Well, do like that. You have a lot of you have a 33. I would look up the angel number 33 because I found 2 out of 3 cards as a 3. The interesting thing is I'm finding this love-hate relationship going on with something right now. There's something from
God, I was gonna say I feel like the old boyfriend is creeping around the corner, because I got snake energy slithering around, and I think it's the ex slithering around.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Yeah, and that's the, I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm picking up that love-hate relationship. It's like it's you feel like it's something like a glove. You know what it feels like, but you're just so you kind of hate it. You kind of at the same time not so much hate it. It's really, really weird. Yeah.
You know how you want to be mad at somebody, but you can't be mad at them. So I get it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm picking up, is just this situation, and what else do we have? Oh, and there's a decision. I mean, it says, you can decide which way you want to go with that, but don't dig up the past. See the hoe there? Don't dig up the past. And that the hoe in the hand, not.
I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
I know. As soon as I said that, I better clarify. Oh my goodness. So no, yeah, there's I wouldn't go back there. I wouldn't go back. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Yeah, that's about what I'm getting. That's the energy that's coming through more than anything else.
Oh, well, that's good. See, that's a good reading for you. I feel like you're slowly moving on, and missing him a little less. And sometimes people who are attached to your energy can tell when you're kind of moving on. So they'll try to temper you to see where you are with it and to see, what kind of pull they still have on you. Be strong. Be strong.
Be strong. Yeah, because you don't. One indicator about those cards was clear. Don't go back.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
And I see a darker skinned guy coming your way, like a nice little chocolate guy coming your way. Um, he feels young, younger, and he also feels like a very funny guy. He feels really funny, like different than you're normally used to. Like I feel like maybe you're used to a bad boy type with the tattoos and all that, and this feels like or maybe he's a lighter guy because I see a lighter skinned guy too. But he feels like a guy who is like funny, different than you're normally used to.
oh, that's nice. Got a little, good action there. Good energy about that. That's good.
Um, I think Andrea Hector was in here. Yeah, Andrea 54 Hector. She wanted to know about her living situation.
Okay. She must be back a little ways, huh? Oh, there it is. Is that what spirits? And when she asked this question,
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Don't go back. Miss Bonnie, when is Mercury retrograde? Because you know it's always creeping around somewhere. So don't do it.
look at my face. Don't do
Don't do it.
it.
So Miss Andrea, when I got into your energy, I saw you walking around in circles like you were lost. Like you're looking down at the ground and you're walking around in circles, so you don't know which way to go because you're not looking ahead to see which path you should take. They're showing me one, two, three different paths, but instead of you trying to figure out which path to take, you're just walking around in a circle with your head down. I don't know if that's because you don't want to make the decision or you're just, let me see why they're like your head is down and you just don't want, you're not looking up. Like if you look up you would clearly see the path to take that would lead to where you want to go, because one has a stop sign, one leads down a path to a nice looking like village or cottage, and then the other one is just is like a forest, where there's a long path and you don't know where you're going, you're just walking into a forest, but there's a light at the end. So they're saying if you would actually pay attention and look up, like look up instead of down. You seem to be not paying attention or not focusing on where you want to be. You're just kind of staying in your current circumstances. They're showing me the 5 of Cups, like you're thinking about all the things you lost and where you are instead of where you want to be. As long as you concentrate on where you are, that's kind of where you're going to stay, because that's what the energy that you're pulling in, sadness and despair and hopelessness. But if you think about where you want to go, then that's what you'll be working toward. They're showing me like when I was in a living situation that I wasn't happy in, I thought about where I wanted to be. And even now where I am, I'm not unhappy with where I am, but I know that I do want to purchase a house. So I keep seeing houses, or they keep showing me the inside of a house the way that I want it to be. And so I think you just need to kind of change your perspective on it and actually put in the work. Like they actually show you having to do the work, you having to look for it, you having to apply for it, you having to get a budget. Like, what is the price range of the house that you can afford, or the living situation that you can afford? Do you know that? Do you make enough money to even be um ready to move on, or are you just hoping that somebody will just drop a house in front of you and say, here's the keys, you can move in? Like, what are you doing to prepare yourself or to make it even that you're ready to move. Like, do you know your budget? Do you know, like, you need to know like what the utilities are going to cost, what the rent is going to be, what rent you can afford, what distance you can go. Do you want to, you know, upstairs, downstairs? Do you want an apartment? Do you want a house? Like, what is it that you want? If you don't know those things, then you just want spirit to decide for you, and then you'll move into it and you'll have no accountability. They're saying you have to be accountable. You have to make some decisions. You have to tell your spirit guides what you want. It's not a dictatorship. They don't just decide, oh, well, she's going to live here and then you live there. You tell your guides what you want and they help move you into that position to get there. You don't seem to have any kind of desire or intentions on where you want to be. Okay, and that's fine, and I do understand that. But what strides are you making? Like, have you started to save money? Do you know what your budget is? Like, what decisions have you made to move yourself forward in order to start being ready to move? Like, when I know, even when I was in the living situation that I wasn't happy with, I knew where I wanted to be, so I was always working toward. This is the rent of that place. This is how much it's going to cost me to live there. So this is the amount of money that I need to make every month in order to make that happen. And sometimes it may mean adding a second stream of income or adding additional income if you're not making it right now. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. So have you looked into any housing programs or affordable housing places for individuals who are on Social Security or have a limited income? Have you looked into any of those options? I know the wait lists are usually long, but at certain times of the year, they'll open the list and then you can go ahead and apply. So have you looked into those resources? And I'm pretty sure you have, but again, you have to keep checking, you have to keep calling, and you have to keep trying to find somebody. And you might have to find a private owner who may be willing to work with you on a limited budget if you seem to be like a nice person that they would want to rent to. So $800 is a lot to pay to be, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. If you're living with someone. But yeah, you may need to look into that kind of housing for individuals with limited income. So that's what I got for Miss Andrea.
That's what I get for her.
I'm sorry, you got approved for a housing voucher and it expired before you could use it?
How did that happen?
I don't think that you're even trying to find an apartment then, because it can't be that, well, it can be that hard. But I used to do I was a counselor who helped individuals when they got their vouchers find places. And I guarantee that not a single voucher that we had expired. We worked with it and we got it done to make sure they moved into that place before their time was up. And we got the funds that they needed in order to be able to move into their house. So that and you have to wait 2 more months to reapply. It could be a long time. I don't know how long you're going to have to wait in order to get another voucher, but there's no way I would have let a voucher expire, not a housing voucher.
Oh no.
And I did the youth program with the it was like 16 to 22. I did the senior program for disabled individuals, and I did the transitional housing program for individuals who were transitioning off of substance abuse. So I worked all 3 of the housing programs. I did it in Michigan and I did it in Arizona. I did it for like 8 years. It is difficult, but once you get that voucher, when you got the voucher, you should have already had in mind where you wanted to go. So I feel like you really allowed that to there. You know what? We had special agencies, and there's even special agencies here in Arizona that will help you if you've had an eviction before. There's a place here called Valley King that'll help you if you've had an eviction or you've had bad credit. to find places. And I was that person who had to find you a place, even if you had an eviction, to help you get into a place. I had people who had felonies that I had to get into places. So it's possible. It's just about how much are you willing to work with it. And then maybe the people that you're living with will allow you to kind of maybe you can negotiate with the people that you have the eviction with and see if they'll take a settlement in order to get that eviction paid for so that you can move on. Hey, angels.
The cards that came out to me are the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Judgment card. So it's interesting here. It seems as though you've closed the door, because that's what for the work, you closed the door on something, and but the Page of Pentacles is coming in. So again, there's another door opening for you. So I wonder if by missing that voucher, but not using a voucher, you shut one door, but it's showing me that there's another door that's going to open, and you're going to hear about it. That's the Page of Pentacles. So news is going to come in to help you understand that. And then the Judgment card's here. So again, the Judgment card is like, if you put the work in to find something, you will find what you're looking for. But you have to be the one to do it. You've got to do the work, because the Judgment card, that's its confirmation, is that when you put work in, you'll get work out. If you put little work in, you get little work out. If you put a lot of work in, you get a lot of work out. So this is one of those things that let the door stay closed. That's already closed. Don't try to recreate that, but talk to folks and find out what next you can do, what that step is. And somebody is a younger person, a younger, very creative person is going to be there to help you and give you the information you need and help you find the way. So, so keep that in mind. All right.
And usually with people, when I was a social worker that was helping them with housing, I would go to the agency and be like, we're going to help them. We're going to, we do visits with them. We try, like, on the word of the program and them having a counselor, they would sometimes allow you to move in. So I don't know if your social worker is really trying to is able to do that, but we could go in and say, hey, we're going to provide counseling services. We're providing financial stability classes for them. We're doing all this stuff to help them to stay in their housing. Is there any way you would you know I don't know, could they pay an extra deposit in order to get in, or something in order to allow them to get into the housing?
Yeah, there tended to be, well, there in my opinion, there are workarounds. If again, if you're tenacious enough, if you are willing to put the work in, there's going to be something out there. Just make sure you put the work in.
Again, one of the things Don has told me, and I've learned to use it. Send your guides out. Pray to your higher powers. Send me someone who can help me find housing, or connect me with the right person to find housing. So those are the things you could pray for. Or again, where's it that you want to go? Find that place that you want to go to and let them know. How long has it been since you had the eviction? So you've been there a year and a half. So is it like less than 2 years that you've had this eviction? That could be an issue too. But maybe the person you're living with could allow you to pay a little bit less for a couple months, and then so that you can start paying on that eviction. And also, you said you're on Social Security. Does that mean you can't work at all? And again, I always have to go back to my coworker at Amazon. His whole left side, he cannot move it. He can't use that arm. He drags that leg, and he works in our warehouse every single 40 hours a week, full time, doing his job. He drives himself, and I'm pretty sure that he's on disability or receives some kind of disability payments, and he still works at Amazon. So is it that you can't work, or that you're just unwilling to work because you already have Social Security? It's been a year. Wait, it's been a year since, but you've been at your family's place for a year and a half, right? So how you get evicted while you were still living in your family's place? Oh, for a year. Okay. That may be a problem if your eviction is under a year. So I don't know. You're probably going to have to try to make some kind of settlement arrangements with that group, unless you're going to file bankruptcy. And then some places won't let you move in until your bankruptcy is 3 years old.
The one thing I would suggest to you in reference to that as well is that, remember, I am a landlord. I used to be a bigger landlord. I used to have more properties. But the one thing that I know of landlords is, if you did your work and you reached out and you found a property from a private landlord, not a big company, because big companies look at specific data and they don't care. They don't care. And it's not bad. It's just that's their business model. I understand it. But what I'm saying is that look for a property that's held by a private landlord, a small owner landlord. And what happened to me is I broke my rule, because I wouldn't let somebody come in my property that they had an eviction for a period of time. I'm like Angie was saying, I'm that guy. I'm the guy who's said, hey, if it's been within 3 years or 2 years or whatever, it ain't gonna happen, right? And usually that, of course, that attributed to the credit score, because when you file bankruptcy, your credit score tanks, and so they go hand in hand. But what happened is that I had a realtor on the other side of the deal, and she was representing this wonderful client, an older couple, much older couple. And the older couple came to me and wrote a letter to me. And she said, the wife wrote it, and she said, this is our situation. We lived well all of our lives. We paid our bills and whatever. My husband was a long haul trucker, and we didn't have any problems. And then he had a heart attack. And when he had a heart attack, it was a major heart attack. So he had to come off the road. He could not go back on the road. And that adjusted everything in their life. And so she had to go to work. And so she went to work at a bank, and she was bringing in nothing close to what he was bringing in. And they had not only an eviction, but it was a foreclosure. A
Oh,
foreclosure.
wow.
Yeah, because they lost the house because they couldn't afford it. And so they wrote the letter and they said, you tell me what you want me to, how can I show you that I'm a good person who will pay my bills, and they explained the situation. And you know what? Good night, angels. I read that letter and I connected with that person, that couple, and I said, you know what? I'm going to break every rule that I have. I'm going to let them come in. And I will tell you, Andrea, if you write the letter from your heart and it comes through, there will be a landlord, in my opinion, who will listen to that. This landlord right here, he had that tenant, him and the husband and wife, 9 years.
Wow.
Not only did they move in, they moved in and they made the house better than when they moved in. They had a rose garden. He put a rose garden in. He took care of all the stuff around the house. And he's like, hey, this is happening. Can you, whatever. He was just such the coolest guy. And unfortunately, he died in the house. He had a heart attack. She came home one night. She talked to him at lunch on the phone. She came home from work one night, and MSNBC was on, because he sat in front of his MSNBC, and he was in his chair and he was gone. He had left. Otherwise, she would have been there for even longer. And it was a wonderful situation. So the key to that, Andrea, is understanding what your landlords want. They want a feeling that they can trust you, that you're going to pay. You're not going to be an eviction, because all landlords know your eviction starts when you rent to the person. That's when if you break the rules, you got an eviction, and you know it. So you have to prove to them that I'm not the eviction guy. I'm not the eviction gal. I'm not the eviction person. I am worthy, and I will follow through. And again, that takes work on your part. And I showed you that work card. You have to do the work. But if you do the work, I would not be surprised if you find what you're looking for. I really do.
Yeah. And you said you have cancer, so it would seem like you could put that in the letter. Like, is that the reason that you're having, like, for the eviction, you got sick, you couldn't pay the rent? Like, those are all good things that you put. When I was getting my mortgage, they used to call it a cry letter. You would write a cry letter to let them know why you had all those things on
Yep.
your report, and then and then they would. But you said you're about to have surgery again. So is that going to be an issue? Like, if I get you into the house, is that going to be an issue again? you're going to have cancer, then you're going to say you can't, you're going to have surgery, then you can't pay the rent again. So that could be an issue too. Like, are you ready to move out on your own in that way?
That's the real answer right there. That's a real question, because
And
you
I
don't
just
want to.
don't know that you're 100% ready to go.
Yeah. And you don't
on
want to
your
set yourself up for failure. If that's the very last thing that you want to do. So if you are indeed in flux, get your life in order first and then make that move. Don't put yourself in a situation where you set yourself up for failure and then you go deeper down a dark hole. You start again you can't you like, oh, I can never win. I can never win. Well, the reality is you went too soon or you pushed too far too fast and you set yourself up for failure. So don't do that. If you're no longer in flux, then make a
You could
move.
also try to rent a room from, or a couple rooms from somebody. Because I had a coworker when I used to work at University of Phoenix, she used to rent a room from a lady. The lady was I don't know, she was an older lady, but she had 3 bedrooms and she rented out each of the rooms to other people. Like, they weren't people that she knew. It's just 2 separate people that rented the rooms from her, and she charged them whatever, and I think they split like whatever the utilities were, but they rented rooms from her. So you may have to do that. Like, it's just how bad do you want it?
Mhm. I have a friend in another town, and she owns a house, but she's a single woman. She doesn't have any attachments, and so she has a 3-bedroom house. And you know what she does? She rents 2 of the bedrooms out,
Yeah.
and the people pay her, and it's a room and board situation. If they come and go, that it's their room. They can do whatever. They can. It's the common spaces, those kind of things. So believe it or not, it works for her. It works for them. They love it. I have another friend who moved in with her for a period of time because she was getting a divorce. And so she needed a place until she got a place. And then a year later, she finally bought her house and she moved out. So again, if you put the work in, the work will return to you based on the effort. I really do believe that.
I just feel like it's going to be a unique situation. It's not going to be a traditional way that we do it.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yep.
Cookie Victoria. Hey, Miss Linda. You just said you're in Florida. I'll be in Florida in August. Will you still be there in August? I'll be there August 8th. So August 8th through the 11th, Miss Linda, will you still be in Florida? I want to be Miss Linda when I get older, like just world tour, just traveling all across the United States, just everywhere she want to be, just whenever. And people just be like, come on in, because well, let me tell you this, I'm not gonna cook like Miss Linda do, because I know when Miss Linda come, you're gonna get meals, and she probably just pay for her stay by cooking you meals. I'm not gonna cook for you, just no, no. But that's good. Oh, you have to have a safe place for your daughter who's 13. Um, I've known people who with their kid has moved in with someone and rented a room. So you may have to look into that also. Just see if there's people who's renting a room and see how that's gonna go. Remember when what's her name from our group oh my gosh, what, Lavita, she was going to Florida and she was looking to rent a room. She went
Yep.
online and she found a
Yep.
place where she could rent a room from someone while she was there for short term. So you
Yep.
may actually have to rent a room from someone too.
Yep. Andre, it's interesting, Andre. I have another friend who's he is a junior, just finished his junior year at ASU, and he and one other friend went and they wanted to find cheap rent. And Angie, at Tempe and Mesa for ASU ain't happening. It is cheap, does not work. But you know what they did is they went to somebody who had an Airbnb.
Oh,
And they said, if can we make a deal with you to rent from you the Airbnb, for a semester at the Airbnb price? And the guy was actually very reasonable with his pricing, by the way. And he said, no, but he said, I'll make you a deal because I'm looking at getting away from the Airbnb model. I'll rent it to you. And this kid was so, I guess because he impressed the owner so much. He's paying $1,100 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Tempe outside ASU. And guess what? While the shock is on your face, you ready for one more? That includes electricity, cable.
no, it does not. Wait a minute. Who is this man? Do he own another house?
I know. When the kids told me this, I said, you got to be kidding me. Really? And
What?
I said, yeah.
Well, Ted just said he posted on Facebook the other day that he got a nice rental in Tempe because he was looking for something, And he said he had found a nice rental in Tempe. He didn't
Yeah,
say the price, but he said he had found a good short-term
yeah.
rental.
And again, it goes back to the kid did the work. He kept looking at places. He kept calling people. Lots of no's. He got
Look,
lots of
even Miss Bonnie said, "What?
yes, yes.
Would you move back here for that, Miss Bonnie?"
Heck yeah, 1,100 a month, and he had to interview. The guy was not comfortable with him being a student. The guy interviewed him, kind of come over him and one of the guys who were there and interviewed him. And after the guy's like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And he kept the model as in he's paying the owner's paying electricity and the cable like an
Oh
Airbnb.
wow, and that could be high in the summer.
Yes, the electric 1,100 could be electricity bill alone.
Exactly.
You
Oh
know.
my gosh.
Yeah, so that what I'm
Wow.
telling
Now
you.
he really got a good. Now see, the,
Yes.
all these examples were given to you, Miss Andrea. So it's possible. It's just keeping your mind focused on where you want to go. If there's a budget that you have in mind, write that number down, put a circle around it, put a star on it, or whatever you need to do. Because I've heard that if you write down what you want and like have a sacred geometry thing piece, and then put your desires inside that sacred geometry piece, that's another way of manifesting. So just decide how much you want to pay, or what's a reasonable amount for you, or an affordable amount for you, and then set the intentions on that's what you want to find, a property that is affordable, that will allow you to pay this amount per month, or that'll allow you to that'll take your housing voucher, and that will overlook your past rental history.
And do you realize we are coming up on a new moon? This week is
Mm.
going to be a new moon. And this week coming is going to be a
I'm
new
like, wow,
moon.
already it is already.
Yeah, this week coming will be a new moon. So if I were you, I'd be looking at new moon techniques for manifesting things and calling in, because new moons clear things off. And I think if I remember Miss Bonnie right, the moon is also entering another phase, a brand new phase, which will be for was it? I think she told me 2.5 years. So we're entering a whole new phase, if I'm not mistaken. Bonnie, you can, if you don't mind, you can text and say, explain that a
Bonnie,
little bit.
just come on screen and tell us.
Exactly. She's like, I gotta do my makeup and my do and everything else. But no, she was talking about that in the recordings we were doing today for that are going to be posted for next week. She was talking about that very thing and about the new moon and about the how this new moon is going to be a new cycle for the moon, which will last for 2.5 years. And so she's telling people, make sure that you're doing your rituals for a new moon and bringing in what you want to manifest for 2.5 years, because that's the work that's being done. So keep that in mind, folks.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Bonnie says that's normal.
Virgil keeps saying that he wants to be my friend. You are my friend on Facebook, Virgil. Are you making this up? Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
No, I think he's wanting you to add him. He wants to add you as a friend. I don't know. How's that work? You can add me as a friend or not. Some cool songs. Just watch Beautiful Lady. Yeah, it's interesting. If he's already on, then he's already on.
Oh, I can only follow you. There's not an option to add you as a friend. It only says follow. I found your page, but it only says follow.
2.5 years is normal, she said, for a moon cycle. So there you go.
Oh, there you go.
So we are at the beginning of a new moon cycle, and this one will last 2.5 years. So we need to, again, let's do some serious manifesting. Let's do some serious new moon work. Let's take advantage. Yeah, Bonnie, we took a class. Yes, indeed. I would love to learn more about the astrology. I don't need an in-depth class, but I would love to know enough to be knowledgeable about the words and phrases I'm using. That would be nice.
Keep focusing on it, Miss Andrea. And again, you said you have surgery coming up, so that could be a delay, divine intervention. Like again, I always say, divine timing, my annoying best friend. So if you're about to have surgery again, then maybe that's the delay, because you don't want to get prepared to move, then have the surgery, and then you can't move. So I mean, think about all those things that you're putting out there. Do you want to be in and settled before you have surgery, or would you like to do it after you have surgery? So Are you going to need care after you have surgery? So is it going to be good for you to be around family who can take care of you? You said you moved from Chicago to Indiana. I don't know that I would have made that move to Indiana.
There are worse things, Angie.
Probably.
Actually, I don't know what they are, but I'm sure there are.
There probably are.
You know, and I don't mean to be rude to people, but I can tell you what, we interviewed for a position in Indiana, and we went to Indianapolis. I was not impressed. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think I would have done it either. No,
The
thank you.
the energy was, I was like, you know, and I'm not putting down all of Indiana, but I will tell you on that weekend, for that long weekend, that experience, and we were sitting there having dinner at an outdoor restaurant, and these
Wait, Miss
people
Bonnie said the thing that's worse than Indiana is Clarksville, Tennessee.
I don't know. I don't know. We were sitting there having dinner at an outside patio restaurant, and these guys walked by on the side and threw the homophobic slurs at us.
Oh my
We're
God.
just having dinner, sitting there. It's like, damn, this is your city. I mean, you can keep this crap. We don't need this, you know. And the worst part is one of the big drug companies right there is a J&J or something. And one of the big drug companies is Eli Lilly is right there. I'm like, no, we're done. I'm bye. Bye.
And I feel like you told us you were going to have surgery the last time you were on. What's the delay on the surgery? Like, because you said you're going to have surgery. You got to wait 2 more months to get the voucher. So it doesn't seem like you're going to be moving for the next few months anyway. If you got to wait 2 more months to even apply for a new voucher and then actually be put, is that to be put on the list or is that to be put you know, like what is that? I don't understand. To move anyway, if you're going to have surgery. When is surgery? Because you're saying you want to be moved in, but environment for her daughter. Okay. So I don't know. Well,
We wish you well. The point is don't take this the wrong way, but Andre, everything we've offered, you've had something to come back and say, why not? Why it can't? And that's got to be it. You have got to do some neuroplasticity changing. You've got to change the brain. You can't see everything from the negative. You've got to start owning it from a positive point of view. You just got to, and I know you may have been through stuff. Lord knows we all have. But truly, if you do not start reorienting your brain to a positive mindset, then you are just sending out negative energy, and the negative energy comes back to you in a negative way. So part of that's going to have to be.
where does your mom live? Why can't you go and live with your mom? You said your mom is going to come take care of you. Where's your mom live? Virgil said, can he ask you a question now?
Well, of course, that's why we're here, Virgil. That doesn't mean I'm going to answer it, but you're welcome to ask. It depends on how probing you want to get.
Right. Does anyone else have a question? I didn't see any. Oh, Cookie Victoria had one. Miss Linda is. Oh, then Miss Linda is gonna be all over the country the next couple months, so she ain't got time to be back in Florida while I'm in Florida. But that's all I said. Oh, hey Sherry Berry, I didn't even see you. I did see you sneak in, and I meant to say hi. Mentally, I told you hi, but I didn't tell you hi again. So hi,
Hey,
Miss Sherry Berry.
Berry.
And I don't know if you're still here, Sherry, but I heard just say yes. Just say yes. So I feel like you were just asked a question. I heard just say yes. Oh, okay. Oh, she's in a senior building. Oh, okay. You got a lot going on, Miss Andrea. Cookie Victoria also wants to know about a move. Cookie, is this the move to California or move across the country to be with this guy? Because I feel like we've talked about this before. Is this the move that you're asking about? If so, I'm not going to answer it again. Is that the move you're talking about to go be with the guy in California? Or am I mixing you up with somebody else? Yes, Miss Linda, come to Arizona. We haven't seen you in a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm sure your daughter misses you too. Cynthia, isn't Cynthia still here?
Yeah, she's still here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't the move to Chicago. To California. Okay, so let me see what I got for you, Miss Cookie.
And Cookie and everybody else, while Angie's shuffling cards and getting some energy, one thing to remind you, all of us, is that you also have the ability sometimes to answer these questions. If you have a necklace that you wear often, take the necklace off, use it as a pendulum, ask it a question where you know the answer is yes or no, and watch it move. And if it moves based on the what you're asking, if in one direction, then you know that's a yes. Make sure you test it and ask 2 or 3 yes questions or 2 or 3 no questions.
This is my
Exactly.
necklace pendulum, and then this is my regular pendulum.
Yep. And if you don't have a necklace, get a chain or get a string and put a ring, whatever, like this ring. I take this ring off from time to time and I put it on a string when I need a pendulum because it has all my energy in it. And then I'll ask the question and watch it move. You start with it. You start with the pendulum still, and then let go of it and ask the question, and it will start moving one way or the other. And as it does, it will give you an idea of what you need to do. And that's one of the easiest ways spirit talks to you. And you don't even have to question it. You look at it and you're like, oh my God, it is moving. It's like, it's not it's like, what does that mean? No, it's actually moving in the direction which says a yes or a no.
No, Virgil, you don't just see spirits in your dreams. I see spirits everywhere. I've seen spirits walk through my house. I've seen spirit, like when I'm doing a reading, I can see spirits. They'll show me the way that they want to look or the way they want me to present to describe them. So I see spirits all the time. So no, it's not just in the dreams. And sometimes it's kind of like a picture. Sometimes it's like the actual image that I see. So there's different ways you can see spirits. No, it's not just in the dream.
Ms. Linda hasn't seen Cynthia's grandson yet.
Oh my goodness, you definitely need to come to Arizona, Miss Cynthia. I mean, Miss Linda, and see the grandson. Yes, exactly. So you were planning on, okay, let me see. Oh, you know what? Oh my goodness. And because the way that I saw it, they showed me a moving truck and it was all packed and it was ready to move forward. And then it started to back up, going back down the street. So that must have been it. You were ready to go and then you couldn't go. So I was like, why is it backing up? But I thought maybe you backed out of it. So that's why it was backing up. But it seems to still be packed and ready to go. Why are you now having, thinking that you're not going to be able to move? Did the accident, like, I don't feel like it's a financial issue. Just, is it that you're now second guessing whether you want to live in this place at all now? Because I still see the truck being packed and the engine is even on. It is just, there's no driver. So when you're ready to move forward, you can just go ahead and move forward. I don't understand why you don't know if you'll be able to move. It doesn't seem to be a financial situation. It just seems to be are you ready to move situation. It's how they're showing it to me. And I feel like if you're ready to go, yes, you will be able to move um in this in July with no problems. I don't feel like there's going to be a problem, but I look, let me do the pendulum. We're standing right here. So let me do my little yes now. Show me a yes. So this is my yes in a circle. Stop. Show me a no. So my no is back and forth. Okay. Stop. Will Cookie Victoria be ready to move in July of 2025? And I got a yes. It's a circle. See? It's a circle. So I get a yes. Oh, your transportation to the job was a car that you got wrecked. Oh, okay. Oh, and are you having trouble getting a new vehicle? Because I feel like insurance paid off your old vehicle. So are you having trouble financing a new vehicle? Oh, and then you won't be able to get to work. I still got that. Yes, you are ready to move. Wow. Was it the accident seemed like it was somebody else's fault? No, I don't base my gifts on personal loss, Virgil. I've been having visions since I was 5 years old, so I don't know that I would have had personal loss at five. Well, I guess you could have, but no, I've been having visions since I was 5 years old. Like, um, later on in my life, they showed me that the people, like I used to be in my room because I was an only child. Well, I was the firstborn. So until they had my sister, I used to play in my room by myself, and there was a man sitting on the bed, and they showed me that is what everybody, what it's what every, to me, it was just in imaginary, it was just a friend, but it's the image of Jesus. Like that's the image that everybody knows of Jesus. That's who they showed me sitting on the bed that I was communicating with. So I've been able to talk to spirits since I was 5. It was your friend car. Oh, so your friend was taking you back to work. Wait, you were using your friend's car? It was someone else's fault.
So somebody else was driving. You were a passenger in the car?
So it seems like that maybe you were riding with your friend to work because you said it was your friend's car and that was a car that got wrecked. Oh my gosh, so it was bad. Okay. It was your friend's car. And so they got it. Oh, he was driving you to places. What? Um, so are you physically ready to move if the car flipped 3 times? That's a lot. Are you physically ready to move? I do see the question I asked was, will you be ready to move in July? And I got a yes to being able to move in July. As far as transportation, is it that you don't want your own vehicle? You can't afford your own vehicle? Because I get the move is a yes. Now getting back to work, that's a different question. So your question was, are you able to move? Yes. Will you have the transportation? I didn't ask that question. Hello, lovely Vic. Um,
Say what?
and did your friend get a new vehicle, and can he still not drive you to places? Like, I don't get it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh. I was careful when I read it. I was careful. I tried to be careful. Oh,
My
he has
ears
no
weren't as
burnout.
careful hearing.
Okay. I get a yes on being able to move. If you can take public transportation, then I feel like, yes, you will be able to move, and then you'll just have to take public transportation. So I get yes. Oh, Ms. Linda thinks that you're creating a blockage for the move. I feel like you'll be able to go. Like, just be direct with the apartment complex that you're moving in. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. If you were supposed to move in July, July hasn't come. Why are they giving you the runaround? I get yes that you will be able to. Yeah, I feel like you will be able to go ahead and move. So I would be prepared to go ahead and move. Are you the one no, wait, do you have a little girl? Because someone I read, they had a little girl and I could see them preparing to move into their place. And I was telling them, oh, you'll be gifted a lot of stuff. Like, people will give you stuff when you're ready to move into your new place. So go ahead. Are you living with family? Is that what the thing is? You're living with family and you're moving into your own place? Like, you had a setback? Oh, they're forcing you to move in now and you don't want to move until July? Is that what the issue is? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I mean, that's like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know that they're gonna hold the apartment until July. I mean, if somebody else comes along and is ready to move and has the funds, then they're probably gonna give that apartment away. Okay, you're living with family. And I feel like yeah, people are gonna gift you the things that you need, like all the appliances and stuff you need. Or like the little things that you need to move in. Like I feel like people are gonna give you stuff, they're gonna be happy for you. And cause I saw like your little girl, I was like, oh, we were talking about the colors of the room for your little girl and how to decorate her room and how to her bedding and things like that, like making it really joyous and colorful for her. I remember that, yeah. Okay. So yes, I still feel like you'll be able to move. And then the pendulum said yes, and I got a yes. So I think it's a yes for you. So don't give up on it. Don't let like the negative thoughts. Just keep seeing yourself move in. Tell them that you don't have the funds. This is the date you're ready to move in. If that's not the date that sometimes you just have to be direct. If I can't move in July 1st or wherever, then I'm just not ready. You just have to let them know. And if they say, well, we can't hold it, then just say, this is the date that I'll be able to move in. And if they're not okay with that, then I don't know. Tell them you'll have to find something else. Because you're asking them to hold it for a long time. That's another 13 or 14 days that you want them to hold it.
Yeah. And that's a lot of time lost for a landlord.
Yeah, that's a lot of money that they're losing on not having. What is the issue that you can't move now? You haven't gathered the funds. You don't have people to move you. Like, what is the issue with you moving now? Exactly. Congratulations. Virgil, if you want them to come back to you, like I had a cousin who was like a brother who died, and I just started writing to him in my journal. In my journal, instead of putting dear diary or whatever, I would just put dear his name, and then I was writing to him for a couple weeks, and then eventually he came to me through mediumship, and that's how I started communicating with him. So sometimes you have to call them in and let them know that you want to communicate with them. So you could actually think about them that night and ask them to come to you. You could write to them. You could do a meditation where you're trying to bring them in. Don has great meditations for you to meet loved ones that's passed over. And I know Don has posted this a couple times. So if you really want to meet your loved ones that's passed over, Don has a meditation that'll help you to connect with your loved ones that are passed over. Oh, okay. You did have a lot going on, a whole lot going on, Miss Cookie Victoria. So you lost your job because you had a lot of everything going on. Oh, a little bit more time to pay for you. Oh, okay. All right, then let them know that. Like, I'm just starting my new job. Again, we just had this same conversation with Andrea. Sometimes you just have to be honest with them and let them know. I don't have the funds now. I'll have them this amount of time, whatever you have available on that date, or see if they have other units that'll be available. Usually apartment complexes have dates that'll be like, oh, I have one that'll be available the 17th, one that'll be available the 25th. Like there's different units that'll be available. So just check with them to see what other unit they have available or look somewhere else. Maybe there could be a block in you moving to that specific location because maybe it's not a good place and you just need to look somewhere else to find a place that is more affordable or that is more willing to work with you while you look for the fees. So try both of those things. Look for another place and then just be honest with them and tell them, look, I just started my new job. I'm still saving money. If you could wait till July 15th, or do you have a unit that'll be available around July 15th and see what they tell you? Oh, they have one on July 20th? Okay, so why can't you take the one for July 20th? Oh, okay. Yeah. Virgil, you said you had you had a lot of people that died in the last couple of years. Was one of them a male, a younger guy? I feel like it was kind of like a little brother to you. Is that one of the people that died that passed? I feel like he has dark black hair. kind of soft spoken, kind of funny. I feel like everything will work out for you, Miss Cookie Victoria. Again, let them know that you July 20th is a better date for you. Let them know that you're still gathering the funds, and if not, then you'll just have to look somewhere else. Sometimes when you're a little bit candid with them like that, then they'll understand the situation.
Absolutely.
They're only people.
Absolutely.
I mean, they can't force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah. And this is a caption for a YouTube episode. It may help you because again, setbacks into comebacks. Figure out how you can take this setback and make it a comeback. Figure out how, because again, sometimes we're so lost in the moment of the negative that we can't see that the positive might be from it. And this is the same thing for you, Andrea. You both should have that. You should be checking this one out, and then also the self-sabotage one, because sometimes we get so much in our head we sabotage our own successes. I'm not saying you're doing that, but I'm saying it is a possibility. So you may want to visit that one too, because the last thing you want to do is be the person holding yourself back unintentionally. Subconsciously, we can be our worst enemy. We really can do more damage to ourselves than anybody else could do to us, and that's just the way it is. Because, and that's like family. Family has that same strength, man. Family can say something and cut you to the quick, and it hurts so deep when other people could say it and you're like, whatever, whatever. It's crazy how that works. And so again, check out those two episodes. I think you may find them very useful.
And then look up the 369 method. A lot of people are talking about that now with I don't know what the astrology is, but a lot of people are talking about the 369 method of manifesting. And again, the first time I heard about 369 method was when Don and Shauna were on live, and she mentioned it, and I did exactly what she said. And I was in a situation where I was with a setback. I needed money to pay my son's tuition because he was taking college classes in high school. And they were like, look, if you don't pay this money, we're going to withdraw him from classes and he's not going to be able to take classes. So Don and Shauna were talking about it. I said, I wasn't 100% believing that would happen. I did it, and then it worked. I got the exact amount of money that I needed. So those are different things that you can do to call in. How much additional money do you need in order to move in? Then set that as the amount you need. This is how much I need to move in. Set that and put it in a circle, and then set your intentions on how do I get from where I am now to where I can have this money to move in. How do I get from where I am now to where I'm ready to move into the perfect apartment for me? You just ask like your higher power. That's what they're there for. It'll be like you having a mom and you're hungry and not going to tell your mom that you're hungry or that you need something. You have someone that can supply these needs for you or that can help you to move along forward. Utilize them. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid of your higher power, as I was as a child, because that's how my higher power is presented to me as a tyrant. But once you learn to connect with your higher power and have that one-on-one relationship, you should be able to say anything, ask for anything, and communicate with your person in that way, and to get the things that you need or that are desirable for you. So don't hesitate to ask for it. You limit yourself. Don't limit your higher power. You're putting the limitations. I wish I had, I'm going to send Don that little quote so he can put it up. But it said, abundance is always there for you. We don't create abundance. It's always there. We create limitations to getting the abundance. So what you do, the abundance is there. The apartment is there. You're creating limitations through doubts to getting it. I had this happen. I had this happen. I had this happen. You could be a testimony the next time you come on here. I got into an accident. I lost my job. I did this. I did that. But I still believed and I got my apartment. And that's what you have to do. And sometimes it's just a series of little steps in order to get it. And so one of those series of steps could be you reaching out to them and saying, hey, I won't be available to this date. Is this apartment going to be available? Or I'm looking at other options somewhere else and see if that's available. But you have to decide that it's what you want. Like, I don't lay down my power and leave it up to anybody else. I tell my higher power what I want. And then I say, how are we going to co-create to make this happen for me? So it's about co-create.
Exactly. Super.
All right.
And folks, while you're at it, do us a favor, since we're showing you some love by doing readings for you. And you know what? I don't know what happened here. All of my videos are gone. They're all the
Oh,
videos
is
are
it in
gone.
that little folder? Remember how they put it in that folder sometimes for you? That's your folder of
Oh,
your
it's called
information.
default now, a default folder. How that was weird. That
Oh,
was freaky
isn't that
weird.
weird? They keep changing everything on Restream.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was going to is what's not here? It's not even here. Oh no, it is. I'm sorry. Remember, this is the one that I tried finding forever.
I
And if you
always
had a,
love that one too.
I
That
do
was one
too.
of the very first ones, Don.
It was. And if you had a birthday last week, this week, next week, or you just missed it from us, we're showing your love with this. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. So it's good to see that.
One more question, Virgil. Is the person that I'm talking about, the younger guy that I'm feeling the energy on? Did you two used to like this old 80s cheesy movie? Like I feel like it's an old movie and I can see it in my head. My sister Keena used to watch it all the time and I cannot remember what that movie was called. But it's kind of like an old 80s movies that you two used to love to watch together that you both liked. Is that true, Virgil? He said, do you think that they don't contact us to protect us?
Oh, I think the opposite. If anything, because they're not fear. They don't bring negative energy. They don't when they contact you, they contact you with positive energy. They come contact with your support. So no, they don't avoid you so to not create fear. And I know I have.
I did have a friend. So her mom died when she was 17.
Mhm.
And so when I started doing readings, I read her mom, and her mom said that she didn't come to her because she was so angry. The daughter was so angry. She was angry that the mom died, and she was angry that the mom stayed with the dad when he was cheating on her. Like the mom ended up having cancer. The dad cheated on the mom, and so she was angry at her mom for all those reasons. So her mom didn't come to her because she was so angry. And after she got older, she was like, now I can communicate with you because you're not so angry with me. So I don't know if you have any negative feelings toward this person or not, but otherwise, I don't know of any reason why they wouldn't come to you or what they would be protecting you from unless you had some trauma with them that you're not ready to work through.
Oh, good point. Miss Linda's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh,
Well, happy
Miss Linda.
birthday, Miss Linda.
Happy birthday. So that's that's the only thing I would know, Virgil. I don't know of any reason. Like if they come to you and then you're afraid, then they may back off. But other than that, I don't know of any reason or what they would be protecting you from. Like what would your memory do to them? Would it traumatize you or something like that? Don had a spirit come to him while he was driving in the car, so
Yes. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's Miss Linda's
Dad,
mom.
yeah.
I mean, dad.
Yeah, Papa.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it was Miss Linda's
Yeah.
father. It's been a long time since it happened. Scared the crap
Miss
out of me.
Linda, what are you doing for your birthday? Are you going to a nice dinner? Are you having a lot of drinks? He was 30. Okay. He seems like a very younger spirit. Like he seems he seems in like a teen 20ish age person. So maybe he just was a youthful person. And there seems to be like an 80s movie that you two like. Just be it doesn't mean that you were born in the 80s, but just that there seems to be an old movie that you two used to like to watch together. Or that both of you may have just liked. Hey, Miss Julie.
Hey,
Miss
Julie,
Julie had a
welcome
great
in.
show this morning with Sarah.
I saw some of it. I was very impressed. I was enjoying
And
it.
Sarah says that like if she does your reading, like on Friday nights when she's on with Miss Bonnie and she does your readings and she draws that image for you, you can buy that image from her. You can send her $15 and she'll finish it and send it to you. Oh, Miss Linda said it was his dad. Oh, Miss Linda has a mic.
Mhm.
All right. Well, does anybody else have a question?
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
kind of a slow night.
So Miss Linda is like 29 or 30. What is the year? Are you 29? Are you 30?
Okay, Virgil. I feel like did he's like I feel like he used to play like when he would tap you on this shoulder and then you would look that way and he would be on this side. Like he would do little weird thing, not weird, but he would do little funny things like that. Like you know how you tap somebody over here and then you just look over here and they're looking for you and then they come back, you're over here. So it feels like he was a kind of a jokester type person too. But um and did you go to a concert together? He's showing me like you two at a concert and a leather jacket or something that he's showing me. Do you have a question, lovely Vic? Uh, for Virgil, I feel like you two went to a concert together. And oh, 27. That's a good age, Miss Linda. That's a very nice age. You're still youthful enough to be in your 20s, but you haven't really reached your 30s yet. I like that age. I don't remember 27. Let me see what I was doing.
Vic, do you have a question before you leave? And also, Vic, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you roll out too. That would be nice if you could. Everybody, hit those subscribe button, like, share, follow, and subscribe.
Yes.
What's dyslectic?
Dyslexic.
Oh, dyslectic, like dyslexia. Is that what it is? Okay.
I did enunciate, Miss.
Oh,
Um, I'm just gonna call you lovely because everybody is a little nervous when I say Vic, Vic, Vic. Oh, the movie was Grease. Okay, because they keep showing me the leather jacket and that it was a musical, like you two went to a concert. Okay, that's a movie that he keeps showing me. Okay, and I'm just gonna say lovely, Miss Linda. I'm not even gonna say that part anymore. No, just lovely. See, lovely, you don't got me in trouble. Everybody think that I'm being naughty. Well, I think you answered your own question. You says I wanted to know if my dreams actually play out. I've been seeing it play out sometimes. Then the answer is yes, it does play out sometimes. Yes, yes. Um, he seems very soft spoken, Virgil. And there's something about dinner or cupcakes or something. Oh, good. All right, Jamila. He does seem a little bit timid, Virgil, that he doesn't want to come around. But I don't know that that's because he's protecting you. He just seems like he's very shy. Was he a shy kind of person too? Because he just seems a little bit timid. Even on the other side, he seems timid. Like he's afraid of people judging him. Or was that his issue on this side that he was afraid of people judging him? And did he smoke cigarettes? Because he's saying I'm fine, and I feel like he's popping a cigarette in his mouth and he's smoking a cigarette. Oh, Miss Linda. Jamila, I feel like you'll get the second position and it'll pay more. But it may be something about the schedule. Like, I don't know that you'll like the schedule, but I feel like you'll definitely get the second one or you'll accept the second one. Maybe you'll be offered both, but I feel like you'll take the second one. It'll pay more, but I feel like maybe you don't like the schedule, like the days of the week or something, because they keep showing me the weekend. All right. Hey, Jess.
I'm curious though, Jamila. I'm wondering because I'm not seeing you interview, and I think I don't. I'm wondering if you even have to interview if you're not going to even because I'm seeing like you skipped a line. Do you have like experience or does your does what you do already fit very well with that, and therefore they, because I wouldn't be surprised if you jumped the line because of what you've done or what you have proven you can do, because I'm seeing like a jump.
Oh, she would have to go full time. Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah.
And is going full time a problem? Are you in school? Is there something that competes and that's kind of concern? Is there, or is that a good thing? I mean, again, when you put it that way, it's hard to tell when people write because you can't tell without the the inference.
But you're right, Don. Maybe she doesn't have to. Maybe they'll just say, hey, the position is yours if you want it. But you'll have to go full time. So, but I do see you getting
Yeah.
it. No, I don't. Yo, he did smoke. Okay, Virgil, then this is him. He's around, but he's just very quiet and very timid. But he says I'm fine, and he popped the cigarette in his mouth.
On the other side, I guess one cigarette ain't gonna hurt you.
Or unless that's how you knew him.
Exactly, that's kind of the thing.
Oh, okay. I really don't get a good vibe on the transportation. I get the medical assistant, records assistant. So I think you'll do good. Lovely, do you have a child, a daughter? I get a little girl. Do you have and not even a little girl, like a tween age, maybe 10 to 13? Well, congratulations, Jamila. I feel like you're gonna do very well. I feel like you'll be offered both, but I feel like you'll take the second one, which is the medical, and I feel like it'll be more money. But again, I feel like you don't like the schedule, and if that's what it is that you'll have to be full time, and maybe that's the issue. But it seems like it's a weekend thing because there's something about Friday. They just keep showing me Friday, unless Friday's the day that you get offered the job, because the day of the week they keep showing me is Friday. She's 7. Okay, so that's that tween age. Is it
Maybe you wind up with long shifts, so where it's only like 2 days a week, but it's like 2
right?
long days
Yeah,
or
because they
something.
keep showing me Friday, so I don't know if like you'll get the offer on Friday but there's something about Friday because when they told me when I saw I saw 2 jobs. I saw the second job you accepting, and then it was something about the shift that they were showing me that you didn't like. But Friday was the day of the week that they kept showing me.
And Lovely says he has a
A 7-year-old.
7-year-old.
Okay, so let me see what they're showing me. Is there a daddy daughter dance? Like I feel like she's preparing for something where she has to get dressed up and look really pretty. Like because they're showing me like a cute little dress that she has to put on, but it seems to be something specific like a ceremony or an event that she's going to that she has to be dressed up, and she's really excited. Is she going to be in somebody's wedding or some like there's some occasion that I feel like she's getting really dressed up for. Oh, you want something different than CNN? Oh, well, there you go. Well, come back and tell us because I feel like you'll know. Come back Sunday and tell me and Sherry because I feel like you'll know by maybe you'll find out Friday. But that's a good thing. And again, Don just talked about the new moon. So set your intentions on the new moon.
Absolutely.
Good. Oh, you haven't even let them know that you're interested? Then yeah, maybe as soon as you let them know, they'll be happy about it. Or maybe they'll come to you before you say something to them. So, but I feel like it's all in the works. Oh, okay. She's taking pictures for a fairy show. Oh, okay. Because I see her being really excited and dressed really pretty and things like that. And I see flowers, like somebody handing her flowers and congratulating her and making a whole to do about it. Like you go out, like maybe to dinner or a celebration or something, and it's all just a great day. Oh, they posted it today. Okay. Then maybe somebody will mention it to you, like, because Don said he didn't see you interviewing. So maybe somebody will come to you and ask if you're interested in the position. But I do feel like you'll be offered both, and that you'll take the one that's the second one, the one that has the higher pay.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying don't make sure you throw your hat in
Right.
the ring. Make sure you let
Right.
them know you're aware. But again, I don't think you're going to have to go through the interview process. I think they're going to say, "Hey, we need you. This is it. You
And
fit
can you
well.
start
We know you.
immediately?
Come on
Like
in."
it seems like it's gonna be like a look. Let
Exactly.
hit the ground rolling. Just come in Friday. You start
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, it's like the need is big and the pool is small.
Exactly. Exactly. And I feel like it'll build your skills, like, because they keep showing me like little different things that you'll add to your resume. So I feel like you'll get additional training, and it'll kind of move you up. Like they just keep showing me all these things that you're adding to your resume or to the list of skills that you have. So that could be a good thing for you. Keep your intentions open for that. Oh, she just had her school graduation a couple weeks ago too. Okay. This seems to be something that's coming up. I don't know what that means, Virgil. Lovely, do you also have a son that plays basketball or plays sports? Because I see a little boy outside shooting. I think it's a little boy outside shooting basketballs into the hoop. And I feel like this little boy will be like a high school, a very popular high school basketball star. Hi, Tania. I think that's how she told me, Tania. All right. Well, that's all I got. Somebody else asked, but they left. I don't know where they went. It was somebody said, I wonder if it's too late. Oh, Lotus Siren.
If anybody else is here and would like a reading, let us know. This would be a good time to speak up.
Oh, you're saying it's hard to move on. Virgil, write a letter to this friend and let them know how you're feeling. So you can go ahead and get those emotions out and let them go. And then your friend will see how you feel. And then I feel like he'll start to come to you in your dreams. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, the little boy. Okay. Okay, because I see the little boy. Okay, he's gonna be a very popular basketball star. The little boy that she plays with. Hello, Frozen Explosion. I don't know who that is, but I like that name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
Lotus Siren
And
says
she
she's still
asked for
here,
just a
or he.
spirit card, I think. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
General reading from spirit. Okay. Ooh, Bonnie had a question too.
Bonnie, are you asking on this earth or are you
Oh, Lord.
asking? I'm just being clear. I'm like, okay, what are you asking here? What don't we know, Bonnie? What are you telling us?
You are the death doula.
Exactly. It's like, okay, what are you
Bonnie,
trying to
if you
tell
go,
us, Bonnie?
just
Is this
don't
going
come
to
tap
start a
me on the
war?
shoulder and tell me that you're leaving. Don't do that. I might think you're coming to take me with you. Okay. Um. Wow. Okay. Frozen explosion. Okay. Oh my goodness. Based on the question that you just asked, okay, when I saw the word frozen explosion, I'm just gonna say that's the image that I got, and I don't know why. I didn't.
I went there too. It's crazy. Yes. My mind was already there too. And then I see the question. I'm like, yep, nope. Yep. It's alignment. There's alignment there.
Oh my goodness, what is going on, people?
Hey, she brought you into this world. She brought you into this world. She made everything that you are. So it's like, what reality is should you be
I
ashamed
wouldn't be
because you're with
ashamed, but I would be
somebody and
embarrassed
physically
because I just thought like, oh my gosh, what
embarrassed?
if? Yeah, I would be embarrassed. Like,
How do I handle this? It's kind of a very
yeah,
it's an uncomfortable
right,
moment. But I don't think ashamed is the
exactly,
word.
exactly. Frozen explosion. I cannot get that image.
Frozen explosion. What led you to make that name? Choose that name, or do we really want to know? I'm curious.
Oh my goodness, and I love it, but yeah, okay. Back to Lotus Hour. Let me.
Miss Bonnie says, "Come on now, so funny, such a comedic." I think that's in reference to
No,
her
no, no,
being
no,
here
no.
next
We were
year.
just no embarrassed, as in embarrassed that I walked in on you, not embarrassed of you. Just like, oh my gosh, like kind of like that. Not of
Yeah,
you, just of catching you
no,
in the act. Because like I think I would be mortified if
in
I
an
walked in
intimate
and saw my
moment.
son. I would be
Yeah, it's kind of like if you walk into somebody in the bathroom,
right,
like,
like,
oops,
oh,
and you pull that
okay,
door shut quick.
exactly,
It's
yeah,
it's like, oops, I'm in I created an
right,
uncomfortable situation by walking in. It was one of those, not anything
yeah.
more than that.
Just whoops.
Yeah.
Knock first. Listen, I still knock on my son's door now, and I haven't seen anything, and I don't plan on it. Knock, knock, knock. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, it just turned. It got real. Okay, don't say that. Oh my goodness, frozen explosion. You didn't tell us how you came up with that name. That's what we want to know.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Back to Lotus Siren. I'm so sorry, Lotus Siren. I'm totally off. Let me get back into your energy because Frozen Explosion got me all flustered and blushing and everything else. Goodness gracious, people. Okay. Um, Miss Bonnie said, "Be prepared for the answer." Oh, all right now. How do you even see Lotus Siren? We can't see nothing but her little picture. So how do you see what she look like?
Oh, do you think Lotus Siren is Angie's name?
Oh no, that's her. That's no. This is who we're reading. Lotus. I mean, Frozen Explosion. Okay, then it's exactly the image that I keep seeing for you, Frozen Explosion. That is exactly
Yeah.
the. Oh my goodness. Miss Linda usher this energy is because she says she likes it when we're naughty, and she listen. That is a unique
I'm
name.
surprised she's
We'll
not.
never forget it.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's not here because she'd be enjoying
Exactly,
this.
exactly. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's a little too early.
Oh no, I'm not Lotus. We're reading Lotus. I'm like, how do you see it? It's just a flower. Okay,
I was saying the same thing. I'm like, there's no picture, and I'm like, oh, I see it
okay,
because
right.
there's
And I
Angie.
cannot get into her energy. Don, if you're ready, go ahead. I'm gonna have to pull myself together here.
Lotus, the one thing I'm picking up for you, Lotus, is are you a medium? Have you experienced mediumship? I know that you can talk to spirits. I know that you connect with spirits. But my question to you is, are you or have you gone down the mediumship road yet? Because I'm picking up a lot of metaphysical abilities, but I'm feeling like you avoided that one for quite a while. It's time you tap into that. It's time you start spending time with mediums, learn how to do mediumship. or if you are already a medium, you're coming into a higher level of it. So maybe you should talk about trans mediumship and maybe watch for a physical mediumship, so where you'll see things moving and things like that. Oh, she's here. Linda is here, so she's not missing it. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, that's what. So Lotus, can you confirm if you're already in the metaphysical, but more importantly, are you a medium or not yet? Because I do see that coming in, and you were born with a heightened sense of that ability. We all are born with the ability, but you have a heightened sense of it. But I do see that it was pushed under at one point. No, you haven't. Okay, well, guess what? Get ready for it, because it's coming, and it's coming in a very big burst to you, a lot of whole energy. So I'm feeling that energy there. I'm also wondering about your sister. What's up with your sister? Have you and your sister had an argument or a fight? And are you empathic? Because I'm feeling like you feel her energy. You feel the pain. You felt when this conflict happened, and you could feel what was going on. It's kind of like, again, your senses are very heightened. But again, do you have a sister? And if so, is there a struggle? Because I'm picking up a conflict. I'm picking up a very big conflict between you and a female member of the family, more like a sister. You're not crazy when you hear voices, and you should never feel crazy. Reality is, when you hear voices, talk to them. Talk to them like you talk to anybody else. And the thing is, when they speak back to you, listen to what they're saying. There's messages in their message. They're giving you information. That's why they're talking to you.
Don, when I hear the voice audibly, like I hear you, sometimes it throws me off, and I'm like, wait, did I just hear that? Like, when I say I hear them, I kind of hear them in my head, like the voice in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hear them outside of my head, like I can hear them audibly, like I'll hear somebody say Angie, or I'll hear like a knock, knock, knock on the door, or I'll hear the exact words, opportunity knocking. Like I'll hear it like I hear your voice. Sometimes it still is kind of weird to me. But
Mm-hmm. No, even I hear you. I no matter how much you're right. When it comes through, you're like, because it is from nowhere. And even though we talk about opening up to it, when it can be surprising. Yeah.
She says they are close now. They don't always see eye to eye. Who always sees eye to eye with their siblings?
Yeah, but I feel you carry a lot of her energy with you. You feel, I believe you're empathic, and I believe that when she hurts, you hurt, but you hurt when she's going through something. The sad part is you don't get all the joy that she has, because it doesn't work that way, but you get a lot of her sadness or energy or frustration. So I think it's an interesting combination there. I would be careful if I were you, Lotus Siren, because again, you can't own her energy. You can't allow yourself to take it in too much. So what I would suggest to you is check out a way to create something in your head, like a visual with a gold cloak or with a gold ball or orb, where you can put yourself in that and protect yourself when you feel things are coming at you. Okay, because I really do. I am getting a feeling like you're taking too much of her energy. You're taking in too much of her negative energy when she's around you and she's in a bad mood, and you can't do that because you can't flush it the way she can. She can just ground herself out and move on. She's done, and you're carrying it with you. So be careful about that. What do you have, Miss Angie?
I can't get anything on Lotus Siren. I feel like Frozen Explosion's grandmother is here. Is your grandmother passed on Frozen Explosion? But I don't get anything for Lotus Siren. I've tried to clear the energy, and I lost it. And I felt like I had something coming, and I totally lost it. And then Jess, I know what you mean when you say random flashes of images, and sometimes people and sometimes places. That happens to me too. And I always wonder, is this something that I dreamed? Is this something that's coming up? Is this something from a past lifetime? I've experienced that too. And then Lotus Siren said the sister is struggling with work.
And she says she keeps telling her to go to therapy. And again, you just keep collecting that energy, and you need to let it go. You need to figure out a way to ground it. And the explosion says, yeah, she passed on.
Was she Italian? Frozen explosion. I feel like your grandmother's a little cute Italian lady, and she's saying I already knew that boy was gay. Like she already knew, but I feel like your mom knew too. And she just, if you go to her and talk to her, then she'll be able to help you tell your dad, like, give break it to your dad, so to speak. But I feel like your grandmother already knew, and I feel like your mom knew too. Like, I mean, your children, you know. So I feel like your mom already knows on some level, and if you go and talk to her, she'll feel at peace. Like I feel like an exhale when I say go and talk to your mom. And then your grandmother is so spicy. Like she feels like she's the type of person that will pop you on the back of your hand with a spoon. And I hope I'm not being stereotypical just because I think she's Italian. But did she used to make this soup with like meatballs in it? Some kind of Italian, is it called Italian wedding soup or something like that? Like did she used to make a little soup that had little meatballs in it? And she had a special nickname for you. I feel like she had a special nickname for you, Frozen.
Spicy meatball.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's
To
my
go
little
along with this
something.
frozen
She used to
explosion.
call him her little something, but I can't tell what the word is that she's saying. Or maybe I'm just self-conscious about pronouncing it, so I'm not hearing it correctly. And I feel like she would give you treats. Like if she was in the kitchen cooking, she would give you a treat while she was cooking. And that you would be a lot taller than her. Like you would look down on her right now. Not in a bad way. Like you would just stand over her and have to look. Like if you were to hug her, you would have to bend down to hug her.
Tower. You
Oh,
would
she was
tower
known
over
for her
her.
tower. Yes, exactly. Okay, for me. Okay, so 'cause these are all the things she's showing me, and she's showing me
Mhm.
these things so you know that I am actually communicating with her and I'm not making it up. Oh, they were they were spicy meatballs. Okay. But I feel like she gave you treats, like if she was in the kitchen cooking for you, and you were like her favorite, but she I feel like she knew about you, and it wasn't it's not a negative thing. I think you're perceiving that it'll be taken as a negative way, but I don't feel like she would. Okay, okay, yes, because she says my little, and I couldn't. Okay, that makes. Oh, you're a pretty big guy. Okay, well, you're as short as we are, because I'm probably the same height as your grandmother. Um, everybody's taller than us, so you know. But she says she's proud of you. Are you supposed to be working in the film industry? Or something, like were you wanting to do movies or something like that, because she's showing me you like up on the big screen? So is that a passion that you had? Because I feel like she's asking why you didn't pursue that goal to be on the movie, or she thought you were good enough to be in the movie. What's your question? Don't just keep saying you have a question. Just ask the question. Oh, but I know you're answering my questions too. But if I feel like she thought that you were supposed to be in the movies, or you were aspired to be in the movies, and she's wondering why you didn't do it. Like you need to push forward in that way to go to pursue the dream that you were looking for. Or is it that you want to be on some reality show? Because they're showing me a reality TV show too. Like you were, like maybe you wanted to audition for something like that too, and you didn't do it. Oh, okay. So I didn't even want to say that, because when I said were you in the film industry, I was gonna say not the adult film industry, but that's why I didn't say it. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Like she knows that she knows that you're on the big screen, that you're in the film industry. And it doesn't seem like a bad thing. She's like, but or maybe she feels like you could have done better than that. Like you could still go on beyond, not better than, but you could still go on to be a big star. And are you trying to be on a reality TV show? Because I feel like she's showing me that too. And I don't know why you should be ashamed. I mean, everybody has their things that they enjoy. So I mean,
Well, if you were in the adult film industry, I think then your mom would probably be even less embarrassed when she walked in the room because she's like, saw that before. Not only did I make it, but I saw it.
Listen, my friend sent me a link where they were talking about taking feet pics and getting paid for your feet pics. So I'm like, but I feel like your grandmother knows that you're like, because she showed me you on the film, on the big screen, and she's saying that she feels like you could do more, and she keeps showing me a reality show. Okay. Well, I feel like if you're already doing movies, you could just, you know, go further into the movies. There you go. So, but your grandmother is still around. She's still very much, influence on you or looking out for you or protecting you. She says, why don't you talk to her anymore? And was there a tree outside, like a tree swing outside, she's showing me a tree with a swing that was built onto it. So she's saying, why don't you talk to her anymore? And then she's also showing me like a rocking chair or some kind of chair that sat on the porch. Exactly. See, Jess, I'm not even playing. People are saying that you can get big money for feet pics. And listen, I already have a person who does my pedicure. I will go every week and be like, I need a polish change, Miss Tracy. Just they asked for red this week. They asked for blue this week. Listen, listen, feet pics, I'll do it.
And socks. I've heard they do socks
And I
too.
was telling my friends, I said, I'll even put on toe socks and do a little toe dance for you. Just whatever. I heard it's good money though. Just saying. There's all kinds. There's a lady, and these are people who are on like TikTok saying that, oh, I just put on like lingerie and then cook, and people watch me cook online in lingerie. I was like, wait, what?
So Frozen, what is I think you like to be a performer, and I'm not talking I think you're comfortable in front of people, and you're comfortable with being center stage, shall we say? You don't mind that, and I think that's okay. That's good. So what is it you like to do? Do you have a love for music, and is music something you could move into, or is it something that you're comfortable with? Because that seems to be an extension of that, and you should be looking at maybe is that a direction you want to move in, and we're getting beyond what we talked about, but again, if you're looking at moving forward, part of moving forward is finding what's aligned with your path and do what's comfortable to you, and do what is it you want to do. I still see you in front of people. I think you like I wouldn't be surprised if you have a good sense of humor, maybe even comedic sense of humor. So
That's why I thought reality show, like you have to
yeah,
have a big personality to be on a reality show, and
yeah.
that's how I kind of saw it, like you entertaining people on a reality show.
Or do some stand up at a club or something. Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea. But your grandmother is saying that she is very proud of you.
Well, now that you gave Angie a bunch of compliments, which I'm sure she likes, the point is, can you also answer the question?
Right. You're not trying to date me, so that ain't gonna hold me.
Exactly. Well, again, you don't. She doesn't have the equipment you're looking for. But if you're in Arizona,
Exactly.
if you're in Arizona and want to take her out for dinner, I'm sure Angie's like, hey, yeah, you'll take me out. I'm okay.
Okay, Frozen, Frozen. Now I feel like you may be just Virgil in under another name.
I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah, Virgil left and he came in. It's like, okay.
You try stand up, but you suck at it. Oh, I mean, listen, if you listen to the big comedians, they'll always say that it took them a while to get their, footing and to get their timing down, to get their set down. So maybe, you just have to keep trying it or do it again. You was an escort at one point. Is this story well, you know what? It's got to be real because your grandmama showed me you on movies. And so she know what you're doing. So, and she doesn't You know, she's not ashamed of it. She's not embarrassed of it. She says, you know, she's still proud of you. So move forward. But try some other things. Because I feel like you could be making a lot more money. Like even your grandmother feels like you could make big money on the TV, on the movie screen doing other stuff. So try different avenues. And like Harley, who isn't online now, but she's always telling us about, you know, where you could be an extra in a movie, or how you can look around for local like where they're doing like shows or movies or things like that, and be an extra and just kind of get your foot in the door for being in short little things like that, or commercials or something like that. But I honestly think that you could be your star power could go a little bit higher. I mean, you could have sex in a regular movie too, I guess. That's what you want to do. Why would we would be ashamed of your choices at all? Okay, but you know what? Okay, who's next? Who has does anybody else have a question? Oh, Miss Bonnie asked for a question, but she wants to know if she will be moving or she'll still be in Tennessee next year. I could do the pendulum. Boom. Let me see. Will Miss Bonnie still be in Tennessee in 2026? I gotta know, Miss Bonnie. It's going back and forth. Oh, let me see. This is my own personal question. Will Miss Bonnie move back to Arizona? I got a yes, Miss Bonnie. That could be my own influence, but I think yes, you will move back to Arizona, Miss Bonnie. Look, that was my own question, but it does say that you will not. I gotta know for Tennessee next in 2026. Okay, well, I mean, you can transition to love. And why would I be ashamed of your choices, Frozen Explosion? They're not my choices. You know how they say the food you eat don't make me poop? The choices you make ain't gonna affect me at all. Look, I'm happy for you either way you go, as long as you're doing something that you like to do and you're getting paid to do it. And you're not being forced to do it. If it's your own personal thing, then do it.
You do you. You do you, and the world will not.
I heard there's a lot of websites that'll pay you to do that.
Oh, and if you're the right size, you can do you. I had to. I couldn't help it. It was a good setup.
You're welcome, Frozen Explosion. You were a great. You brought a lot of a lot of different energy. Like, whoa, you just gave us. You picked it up in here. You actually picked it up.
Yes. Because we had some really uncomfortable, deep stuff for a while, like dark stuff. So it was good.
We don't judge here, Frozen Explosion. We
Ms.
definitely celebrate pride.
Exactly. Miss Bonnie says she's not packing yet.
Oh, well, there you go. Listen, hook me up with one of them feed pages so I can go ahead and get paid with that.
Exactly.
Miss Bonnie said we want from bachelors. All right, Miss Bonnie. So when you get back here, we'll go out for wine. We'll have a couple events and things like that. So I'm excited. You're welcome, Frozen Exposure. It was nice to meet you.
Well, Miss Angie, we're just hitting the 2-hour mark, and I think that the energy he brought is going to leave with him. So we might as well leave at this point where it's still very high.
I don't know if I'm having a personal summer or he just made it hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. So, oops, no, don't do that. Edit the last verse, right? Like, oh, okay. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. We appreciate it very, very much. And we will be here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Exactly. And tomorrow morning, I'll be back on with Miss Shauna, and she and I will start somewhere around, I think, 9-ish our time, but I can't even say. I don't know. But that's close.
If you're subscribed, you don't even have to worry about it. It'll just pop up for you. So if you're subscribe to Don's page, subscribe to my page. You don't even have to worry about it. It'll just be like, boop, A little happy surprise for you.
Exactly. So hit those like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. We would appreciate it. Until
Don,
next week. Go ahead. Sorry.
Bonnie said, get her that 3-bedroom house for 1,200, including electricity, and she coming back.
Shoot, I'm gonna get
Good
me
night,
that.
Jess. It was nice to see you here.
Shoot, I'll get me that. I'll be happy. Lord have mercy. Because that wasn't when he told me that, I almost fell over. I'm like, dude, really? What? No, I was shocked when he said it was the price, and he said, well, it's an Airbnb situation, so the guy's covering electric and internet. I'm like, that's
And
just
internet?
yes. That's just. I was like, whoa, no, this is too much. I told him, I said, you do understand. He said, no, because this is a kid who really, again, is on top of things, and he knew the value of that experience. He knew it. He's like,
Oh,
he's like,
that's
oh,
good. I'm happy for him.
yeah, a little jealous. I'm a little
Somebody
jealous.
with that kind. Look, let me meet somebody with that kind of favor.
Yeah, I was wondering. I looked at him. I said, "What else do you have to do for that?"
And, oh, Don, I didn't even want to go there, but I'm like, listen, are you doing any kind of favors?
Exactly. Is there, do you have to sacrifice a child or give a left or right, whatever? You know what I'm saying? A testicle situation. I don't know. A kidney. I'm not sure. Or even worse, a
Like
little.
back rub or something. I don't know. What you doing?
I know. I was like, is there some nightly visits? I don't know. But no, he said no.
Maybe he just has to keep up on the house, the upkeep of the yard or something. I don't know, but
Yeah,
that is a very good deal. I am
it
happy
was.
for him.
Yeah, that was an amazing
Miss
thing.
Bonnie said she would sign a 3-year lease.
I bet you would. I would too.
Exactly. Listen, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have no problems out of me. I'd be like, no, you can't come visit me. No, because you ain't. Listen, if y'all talk too loud, y'all gotta go. Y'all talking a little bit too loud. My landlord do not like when people talk that loud. Be quiet.
Exactly. All
Oh,
right.
well, we're pretty impressed with our abilities too, Frozen Explosion.
Exactly. All right. Good night. Nice to see you in again. And we're going to go out with the same music that we came in with. Thanks again for showing up and giving us your love and support. And again, if you haven't done it yet, before you head off, make sure you hit those like, share, subscribe, and follows. Until next week, Miss Angie and I are saying adios, adios, like the Linda Ronstadt song. Adios.
Good night.
Let me see if I have, and I do. Here we go. We'll play our song and get us out of here. Well, it's supposed to play. What the hell happened? Oh, okay.
I just love listening for my name.
Step into the mystic zone tonight.